You a story that you won't hear any other place in the city, even in the public schools, amazingly enough. It's the story of the yellow fever epidemic of 1793, a very serious epidemic lasting from July until December, that at its height killed more than 100 Philadelphians a day and very nearly wiped out the city, as a number of cities in the Caribbean had been wiped out in years just before then. Yellow fever is a very scary disease. The mortality rate is well above 50% work. Another group of doctors said it's the bad air here in swampy Philadelphia, so they brought cannons to the street and shot off the cannons in the belief that the sulfur in the gunpowder would purify the atmosphere. Didn't work. One group of doctors, mostly the doctors who said it was outside influences, they said you can't cure patients, you have to give them distilled lemonade to drink and put cold compresses on their swollen glands, and that will give them a chance to survive, but that's the best you can do. The other group of doctors, the other camp, said, this is an aggressive disease. To cure it, you have to get aggressive. Bleed the patient at least 3 pints when you take the blood, and they must drink a solution that includes mercury as one of its ingredients to cure them of the yellow fever. Now, the doctors did agree on 2 things, and those 2 things were the things that the citizenry clung to as their salvation. At least the doctors agreed. Never go out at night. The night air is dangerous. And if you do have to go out, regardless of the time of day, soak your clothes in vinegar to ward off the yellow fever. Those 2 pieces of advice that they agreed on were the worst advice they could possibly give. The Egyptus mosquito carries the yellow fever, and it only feeds in the early afternoon. If people had only gone out at night and not in the day, they wouldn't have gotten bitten. The yellow fever would not have spread. And the Egyptus mosquito is attracted to vinegar. George Washington was so concerned he evacuated the federal government to Germantown, 12 miles to the northwest. Most of the rich fled the city until vigilante groups started meeting them at the border, shotgun in hand, and turning them back. People who couldn't flee hid in their houses and cowered in fear. A nursing mother had her infant twins at her breast when she died of the yellow fever, her husband having died the day before, and people were so afraid of the yellow fever that those babies cried for 4 days with no one getting up the courage to go in to rescue them. At the entrance to 10th Street here on your right, the Friendship or China Gate. This 44-foot high, 80-ton gate is a gift to Philadelphia from our sister city in the People's Republic of China, Tianjin. Our gift to them in return was a replica of the Liberty Bell. Our Chinatown is the 3rd largest in the United States. Care to guess the larger 2? San Francisco is 1, New York is 2. Exactly right. Chinatown, a wonderfully vital ethnic community here in the heart of the city. Great Chinese festivals, acupuncture, great restaurants from all over Southeast Asia. Richard Allen and Absalom Jones went to their community and they talked it over. They did not believe they were immune, but they knew the city was in jeopardy, so they came anyways. 700 came into the city to bring out the sick and nurse them and bring out the dead and bury them. They were the ones who brought out the mother of the twins, and they found a wet nurse for the babies, and both babies survived. That is more than can be said for the people who rescued them. Of the 700 who came, coming up on your right is the Pennsylvania Convention Center. The very final hours of the Philadelphia Flower Show are transpiring even as we speak here in the Convention Center. The wonderful flower show that's brought guests from all around the world. The Convention Center was completed in 1993. It cost $523 million to build. Its exhibition halls would hold 16 football fields. And hold on to your hats, folks. We'll be paying off the mortgage on this building. Better hold on to your hat. Until the year 20... One more trolley, 1 hour time. Hi, welcome. Welcome back aboard. Welcome back. Welcome. We will be stopping at the Marriott, folks, just around the corner. So if you're going to the Marriott, no need to get off here and walk. You'll be a lot closer. The market here was first on the spot, but the Reading Railroad came into Philadelphia, and they built their terminal here. The Reading Railroad, the same railroad made famous by Morgan Monopoly. This was their major terminal. They bought the property that the market was on. They were going to build a terminal where the market was. But the market was so popular, they were afraid of backlash if they tore down the market and displaced them. Since they were bringing many of their lines in above street level, so as the traffic would not interfere with the trains, they decided, why not build a terminal on top of the market and just bring the tracks right into the terminal above the street level. So that's what they did. The old Reading Terminal is no longer a train terminal. The Reading went out of business in the 1960s. Our regional rail authority SEPTA took over their properties. They built a new train terminal marked east underneath our big strong metallic gallery, 1 block east of here. And now the old train shed is the ballroom of the convention center. When you enter the ballroom, you literally dance on the rails and the train used to come in. This time of year, you want to dance with your shoes on because those rails can get mighty cold. Here we are now at stop number 7 for the Marriott. Hope you enjoyed your time aboard. Philadelphia passed a law back in 1959 that if you do any construction in the city, and any part of your construction budget is public money, then 1% of your entire construction budget must be spent on public art. Because of that law, we have more art in our streets than the city of Boston has public art buildings. And there have been a number of cities that have copied our law, including St. Paul, Minnesota, Seattle, Washington, and Scottsdale, Arizona. As we round the corner, if you look back across the parking lot, you'll get a real good view of the old Reading Terminal building. It's the only single-span arched train shed left in the United States. No pillars, posts, or columns secure the middle of the arched roof. It's only a single span. There was a lot of sadness when the old Reading Terminal closed down. A lot of people had very fond memories of it. One of my colleagues can remember coming here with his great-grandmother, coming into the terminal, and then walking down into the market and sitting at the Bassett's ice cream shop and having ice cream with his grandmother. The Pennsylvania Convention Center, built in 1993 with public money, was subject to the 1% Republic art law. Because of that, and since it cost $523 million, there's actually $5.23 million in public art that came from the convention center. The Philadelphia Flower Show is held every year during the first weekend in March. The first week in March, starting in September, next weekend. And the first year that it was here, my son and I came down to the flower show and spent about 4 hours during the flower show. Then we came out and, well, saw some public art in the corridor. Started wandering the corridor and looking around. Next thing we knew it, we had spent 6 hours wandering the corridor looking at the public art. You see some of it through the windows of the convention center on your right. Well, some of it. I apologize for all this steam. The alternative to this old drawing. No, today I believe it's going to be 6. It's definitely not open to 6 days yet. No, sure, it's earlier. Almost earlier. The Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts is here on your right. It was founded in 1805. It was the first art college in the United States. Those of you on the left side of the trolley will get a brief glimpse of the statue of William Penn up atop the clock tower of City Hall. If you're on the right, you have to be a proportion artist. You're going to look at it here. But there is a great sight, a great view of it from just after the clock 10. If you're going to that from the right-hand side. So those of you on the right, you will have that opportunity. City Hall was built between 1871 and 1901. It was intended to be the tallest building in the world, but by the time it was completed, the Eiffel Tower has been built, which dwarfed City Hall by more than 100 feet. It is, however, to this day, the tallest freestanding stone and masonry building in the United States. No steel support structure. You'll say, what about the Washington Monument? Well, the Washington Monument is the tallest freestanding stone and masonry structure. City Hall, the tallest building. The Washington Monument is 6 feet tall. William Penn up there on top of the clock tower by himself is 37 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 27 pounds. In Quaker circles, there's a slang expression used to describe folks who are very influential in the Quaker media or Quaker circles in general. They're called weighted friends. Let me tell you, 27 times, William Penn is one of a weighted friend. The Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts Museum of American Art is coming up on your left, and it's stop number 8 on the book. Anyone for stop number 8? The Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts Museum of American Art? No one from the 8th row. Famous American artists such as Gilbert Stuart, James Whistler, and Thomas Eaton's are featured here. Probably the most famous work in that museum is the Gilbert Stuart portrait of George Washington. Is there anyone here who's never seen that famous Gilbert Stuart portrait of George Washington, or at least a reprint of it? Anyone who's never seen that? That's right, the $1 bill. I guess you folks in back are too rich to bother with $1 bills, right? Never bother with anything smaller than $100. Philadelphia's Masonic Temple is over here on your left. This magnificent Norman building is 7 times as magnificent inside as it is outside. There's 7 separate temples inside, each in a different ancient style of architecture. 4 of them in different ancient Greek styles. One Norman like the exterior, one is Moorish, and one is Egyptian. Ben Franklin is at his printing press here on your right. The big pile of bodies behind him is government by the
This is number 5 to 15. Okay,
It's a great favorite of our former colorful mayor of Philadelphia, Frank Herzog. He used to look down on it from his office on the City Hall and refer to it as the pile. He also referred to it by an abbreviation of the sculptor's last name. I won't refer to that. I want to refer to it. Suffice it to say that we're thinking of putting up a memorial in Frank Herzog, and it's going right next to his favorite work of art. We're going now to stop number 9. Stop number 9 for City Hall, for the Masonic Temple, for the Philadelphia Visitor Center, where you can get information and tickets for Philadelphia sporting and cultural events, and also for the Suburban Station train station. And up to stop number 9. No one can hang on to. See if we can see if there's anyone out there looking for us. I don't see anyone.
So just come off all the way around to that first line up there.
The Suburban Station train station on your left is one of only 2 Art Deco buildings you'll see on the entire tour.
Stand behind it.
It was built in 1930 by the Pennsylvania Railroad. It's the major commuter rail station for Center City, Philadelphia. We call that downtown Center City. Today it services more than 10,000 commuters a day on weekdays. It It's now operated by our regional rail authority, south of the Pennsylvania one other business side, and there's 66 southeast, 66 Reading Railroad here. Philadelphia is a great architecture city, but we really are a classical architecture city. We don't really go for modern architecture. In fact, in 1928, we completed our art museum. 1928 was a year when no self-respecting city, any place in the Western world, would build a museum that was not built in a modern style of architecture. However, Philadelphia selected from among 14 submissions a design which modeled our museum after three ancient Greek temples. We put a lot of learning about that.
It's $112 for their tickets, or adult tickets.
Coming up on your right is the Philadelphia Holocaust Memorial. A work about myself and Nathan Rappaport, placed here in 1964 on the 20th anniversary of the liberation of the infamous concentration camp Auschwitz. This work about is like a Shakespearean sonnet. Every single line of this sculpture carries at least one visual symbol, and many lines carry multiple symbols. If you are interested in memorial art in general or in the Holocaust, you really owe it to yourself. Take a good look at this sculpture. See how the symbols are interwoven. Philadelphia was selected by the private foundation of the Birlesik's sculpture as the site for this first Holocaust memorial in the United States. The reason we were selected was because of our tradition of liberty and tolerance. William Penn founded the city as a place where religious justice as late as early as 1701. Penn wrote a charter of indulgences into the charter of the colony of Pennsylvania, by which any individual of any group worshiping one God could do so freely in the colony of Pennsylvania without fear of persecution. Of course, by today's standards, a document consisting of monotheism is considered narrow-minded, but in William Penn's day, there was no document that approached that. Liberality in any place in your report.
18th in Orange, to stop number 10.
How about a little bit of Pennsylvania trivia? This is a multiple choice trivia question. For who was the colony of
Getting ready
Pennsylvania?
to stop number 10.
Choice number 1 was a name for the British admiral.
Randy, what's your location?
In 1655, Jamaica from the Spanish, added it to the British Empire. Choice number 2 was a name for the Quaker leader, who arrived here in 1682 and founded Philadelphia. Or choice number 3 was a name by King Charles II of England for his favorite mistress, a vivacious redhead named Penny. How many for number 1, the British admiral? No, yes, 2 votes for the British admiral. Was that a vote? 1 vote for the British admiral. How many for the Quaker leader, number 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the Quaker leader. How many for that vivacious redhead, Penny, number 3? Oh, was at least a couple of votes for a vivacious redhead. Here's stop number 10. Stop number 10. Answer number 1, the British admiral. Stop number 10 for the Four Seasons Hotel and the Embassy Suites Hotel, the Franklin Institute and the Academy of Natural Sciences. The British admiral who conquered Jamaica from the Spanish in 1635 was the father of the Quaker leader. And it was for the father the colony was named. William Penn the Younger wanted to name the colony New Wales. But King Charles II of England gave him the colony only on the condition that he named it after his father, who was a good friend of the king's. Quakers are supposed to be humble, and for the rest of Penn's life, everyone thought he named the colony for himself. They thought he was terribly sinful, having said hubris. He always had to live with that. It was actually was funny. Go ahead, Wayne. As we leave the intersection here, those of you on the right will get that good view of the sky.